Find 1/4 of 24. So here we're finding a unit fraction of a number, and it's called a unit fraction because the numerator is 1. So all we need to do here is divide the number by the denominator. So work out 24 divided by 4. That's 6 because 6 times 4 is 24. And we've got our answer because our numerator is just 1. Now find 2/5 of 35. So here we don't have a unit fraction. So we need to start by dividing by the denominator, but then we need to take that answer and multiply it by the numerator. So we can work out 35 divided by 5. So dividing by the denominator, that gives us 7, but then we need to take that 7 and multiply it by 2, so multiply by the numerator, and that gives us our answer 14. The way I remember this is divide denominator, then times top. Now find 5/6 of 30. So we can work out 30 divided by 6, so divide denominator, that gives us 5, and then we can take that 5 and times top, so multiply by the numerator, and that gives us our answer 25. Now 14 divided by 3. So 14 divided by 3 is 4 remainder 2, because 4 times 3 is 12, and then we need 2 more to get to 14. So we could write 4 remainder 2 as our answer, but if we need to write our answer as a fraction, that's 4 because we have 4 wholes, we have 2 as our numerator, so the remainder 2 is our numerator, and then the denominator is just the number that we were dividing by. So that's 4 2/3. Notice it's not 4 remainder 2/3. It's either 4 remainder 2 or 4 2/3. Now find 1/5 of 16. Well, this is more difficult because 16 isn't in the 5 times table. So we can't use the same method as we used for this first question. What we can do instead is do 1 times 16, which is 16, over 5, so over the denominator. So we're having 1 times 16, so multiply the whole number by the numerator and keep the denominator the same. So that's 16 over 5. So remember, a fraction is really a division, and 16 divided by 5 is 3 remainder 1, because 3 times 5 is 15, and then we need 1 more to get to 16. The denominator stays the same, so the denominator is 5, so 1/5 of 16 is 3 1/5. Now, let's find 7/8 of 10. So, again, we're going to multiply 10 by the numerator, or multiply the numerator by 10, and our denominator is going to stay the same. So that's 7 times 10 over 8, which is 70 over 8, but we can turn that back into a mixed number by dividing. Remember, a fraction is really a division. So 70 divided by 8 is 8 remainder 6. That's because 8 times 8 is 64, but then we need 6 more to get to 70. So our answer is 8 6/8.